Does this look familiar? Does your puppy have wild and crazy moments where they seem like they're totally out of control? Well, in today's video, Instructor Shannon's going to talk to you about puppy Zoomies, what they are, what they might be telling you, and what you can actually do about them. And you might be surprised at the answer. I'm Ken Steep, and welcome back to McCann Dogs. Here in our training facility, we've helped more than 100,000 dog owners to overcome the same dog training challenges that you have. So if this is your first time on the channel and you're currently training a puppy, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that we can help you to have a well-behaved four-legged family member.
Hi, I'm Instructor Shannon, and you probably recognize Puppy 5 Alive here. And today we are here to talk a little bit about the Zoomies. You might know them as the Zoomies, or maybe you've heard of frap, or puppy burns was a common term when I first came into dogs, and I had lots of puppies that did puppy burns. Sometimes puppy burns will happen even with adult dogs too. And today we are going to talk a lot about this, what the Zoomies are, why your puppies do them, and what you can do to try to make sure that your puppies have expended enough energy that they don't feel the need to do the Zoomies. Now, you've probably seen the Zoomies and you've probably thought, wow, this is a lot of fun to watch with my puppy. And it's not untrue that it's fun to watch a puppy kick up their heels and do the Zoomies. But avoiding the Zoomies is a much better tactic for working with your puppy's energy. Zoomies are often a product of a puppy who is either overstimulated or understimulated, which seems a little bit awkward because they're opposite ends of the spectrum, but you get the Zoomies as a product of both things. If you have a puppy that's actually understimulated, that means that they've got a lot of pent-up energy, they've got especially pent-up mental energy that they need to drain out in a productive way in order to feel really good. So what we can do with Zoomies situation, when we've got a puppy who we're worried about being understimulated, we can add some training time and some training tasks to their day. And while it's really important that it's mainly focused on mental drain, it's also important to get some physical drain out with our puppies as well. Games like this can be fabulous for draining energy and taking some of the edge off of our puppies. A little bit of tug will go a long way. Look at how hard 5 Alive is working here to get that toy, and all the energy that's going to be drained out from that is really going to benefit. Things like playing little retrieve games and chase games with our puppies, where our puppies get to chase us, not where we get to chase our puppies, are going to be a really productive outlet for a puppy who's understimulated and therefore coming about the Zoomies. Now, first know that if you have a puppy or an older dog even that's doing the Zoomies, it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means that there are ways that you could probably help your puppy vent their energy a little bit better. So it's probably pretty easy to put into perspective that a puppy who's understimulated might do the Zoomies because they've got some pent-up energy. But how do we get to a puppy who's overstimulated and therefore ends up doing the Zoomies as well? And that is a puppy who is maybe awake for a little bit longer than they should be. Our puppies really need a lot of naps to feel good. And what happens with young puppies is they don't self-regulate. They won't put themselves down for a nap in order to conserve energy. They basically go until they're so exhausted that they just fall over and crash, or they're so exhausted that this energy that is flooding through them, they just don't know what to do with, and they end up being a little bit chaotic. And the Zoomies might end up including things like nipping and jumping up, or generally not showing very good polite behavior from your puppies. So they're often things that we do want to discourage with our pups. When you're dealing with that puppy energy, it is so important to use it to your advantage. So rather than trying to drain it out just willy-nilly, what we want to do with our puppies is use that energy to help build skills. So while 5 Alive is full of beans and raring to go here, I'm going to use that energy to help build engagement with me, build understanding of how to work for me and how to give me good things that will result in good rewards coming for 5 Alive. What's up?
Have you guys shot the part about witching hour yet?
No, we're just about to.
Okay, let me know. I'll be right back. But I have a hilarious bit that I think will definitely make the final edit.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to see. Now, before we get into solutions for the Zoomies, I want to talk a little bit about witching hour, which you might have heard of as well. And a lot of the times these things go hand in hand with our puppies, because that is the point in the day where there is a little bit of a transition in them, and we need to help weather that energy transition with something that's a little bit more of a specific routine for that puppy. So witching hour is that time at the end of the day where your puppy is a little bit overstimulated or understimulated. There's something missing that we needed to do to make them a little bit more even in terms of their energy. And if that thing happens and you end up with a dog that's sort of running around and doing a little bit of the Zoomies during witching hour, your best bet is to do what you can to try to keep them safe, make sure that they're not going to crash and bang. Ideally, you have a house line on them so that you can try to take control if things are going awry. And what you can do is just slowly move in. I like to, as the line is dragging, just slowly put my foot on it so it slows the puppy down. Think of like a compression brake coming together. So you can just slow the puppy down and then gradually be able to stop that Zoomie and witching hour and get your puppy to a place where they'll be good and safe. And there won't be any risk of them injuring themselves. Now, did you notice what happened there with Five Alive? He got a little bit disconnected from the Kong and from me as we were sitting, and that gave me a good idea to think he probably needs to go to the bathroom. So I rushed him outside, got that great opportunity in to reinforce him going to the bathroom in the right place outside. If you're looking for help on your puppy potty training, we've got some great help for you. Click this card. Something that will really help you decide how to help your puppy through the Zoomies and how to avoid the Zoomies is information. So anytime your dog or your puppy does have a Zoomie moment or a puppy burn moment, take note of it and start thinking about what happened directly before that thing. You know, maybe your puppy was down for a really long nap. Maybe they napped an extra long time that day. Maybe they've just finished eating and they're really excited. Maybe the kids in the house have been really excited and running around and the puppy got overstimulated. If you can take the little bits of information from each of those Zoomies, make note of them over time, over the period of a couple of days or even maybe a week, you're gonna gain a lot of information about that and about your individual puppy and what particular things put them into that over or understimulated puppy mode. Now, I know what you're thinking. A puppy journal? That is a lot of work. It's actually not too much. Just jot down a couple of quick thoughts and it will serve you so well. And in fact, I believe in this so strongly that we are going to include something to help you track all of these little details for your puppy. Check out the link in the description below to get yours. Now you know what they are and how you are going to start to deal with them. If you'd like more help with a nighttime training routine so that you can have a peaceful sleep, click this card. And on that note, I'm Instructor Shannon. This is Five Alive. Happy training.
Well, I think it's funny, but I guess we'll see what the editor says.